How are you, Mr. Dermot?
Good, good. How you
That's
doing?
fantastic. I love the film.
Oh,
Congratulations.
thank you. We're very proud of it. Thank you.
Now, what made you, this is your first horror movie, right?
Well, yes, certainly.
Supernatural type.
I was usually called upon over the years to be, that super realistic guy in other types of stories. So I was thrilled when I got the call to do my first horror.
What made you want to do it?
Well, the script was really impressive. I didn't know the other two Insidious movies when I read it. So really, I made my decision based on this material and meeting Lee. I was really convinced once I recognized what a great guy he is and how perfectly suited he is for this job. Lee Wanell wrote the other two Insidious and appeared as Specs in the movie, and this is the first one he's directed, so he was really primed and ready to do a great job.
I think the reason why it works is because it has an amount of realism to it.
Yeah.
Your story. And I think that's the reason why they hired you, because you mentioned earlier you've been into all these realistic characters.
Yeah, Lee was very clear. He said, your job is to do, mainly to do what you usually do. So once I knew what my task was, it was real interesting because in a way we're kind of playing a trick with the audience, or at least in a dialogue with them about their anticipation of how horrifying this movie's going to be. So in Chapter 3, I think the horror action is somewhat delayed. It comes a little later, so that tension builds and the suspense increases while you're watching a movie that in most ways just looks like a family drama or something. So that's going to get turned on its ear, and Lee does that so skillfully here.
Well, what's really important in the movie, too, is that we have to believe Stefanie's character, right, Quinn, and she's very good at it.
Yeah, this young actress, Stefanie Scott, really is the heart and center of this movie. It was a great experience for me to watch a talent like hers coming out in this role, and she gave it her all and really carries the movie in a way that people can really relate to.
Right. What do you want the viewers to take away from it?
Well, I know viewers who love this franchise will be satisfied. There's a lot of good little parts that refer to the other movies, even though our story takes place in advance of the action of those other films. But I think too that it's an intelligent horror film, and it respects the sophistication of our audiences now. So it really delivers on its horror promise, but it does it in an elevated way that is pretty tricky too.
Did you get scared filming some scenes?
Not so much scared, but I was curious. I found that I was having like chills on my arms and stuff. So I'm not actually fearful because I know it's just that part of the scene. But the atmosphere on the set was definitely spooky, and it gets under your skin, and you see it in the movie too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the film, and the man who lives in the vent could be here.
Yeah, there's a lot of vents here. I noticed that. It's true. Be careful.
Right.
And have
I
fun.
will be.
Thanks.
Thank you
Manny.
so much.
Thank you.
Nice seeing you again.
Nice to see you.